What? I don't think you ever stop installing. That's the fun part of this offense, right? Is, the creative minds, right, and putting everything together and the different personnel groups and the formations, man. The challenge is you never stop installing, right? You just kind of keep growing it. And once you get good at something, then you figure out, right, what's the next presentation? How do we complement that? How do guys stop that? So, you never stop installing, right? And but that's the fun part, and that's the challenging part.
How much do you feel since the spring game to the first scrimmage, not the second scrimmage, have you grown, comfortable in terms of in-game communication and stuff like that with Will Rogers?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think Will and I have really gained a lot of mutual respect. We see a lot of things the same way. When something's starting to roll off my tongue, he'll already have it called because he knows exactly what I'm thinking. And, I think that's something that's really important throughout the season, and as we become more comfortable with each other, is he knows what I'm thinking. He's in the mind of the play caller, and he's understanding the play caller's purpose.
Does that surprise you that he's picked it up that quickly?
Not at all. Man, this guy loves football. Look at him. He's out there right now with his dad. He's teaching his dad drops right now of the way that we're play actioning, right? He lives and breathes football every second and every day. And so he's up here all the time, right, studying, asking questions, giving ideas. It doesn't surprise me one single bit.
We've seen both Percy Lewis and Dollar Bill kind of getting some first-team reps over at left tackle. What are you seeing from that battle right now? What's standing out about both those guys?
Yeah, Percy has done some really good things. We started Dollar at tackle, and then he moved in a little bit and played a little bit guard. He's got some versatility. But again, going back to when I talk about best 11, it's not just skill guys. I mean, we're trying to figure out the best 5 combination guys, whether that's, guys that primarily play tackle that need to be moved in. If you've got an offensive lineman that you got 2 tackles that are stacked that are really good, and you might need to move one into guard. But for those guys, I think every day it's a constant competition. And really, that's when you get good, right? Whenever guys start competing and they don't get complacent and they don't get comfortable, and it's you can't ever sit back and go, all right, this is my job. I got this locked down, right? Because that's not the reality of college football. College football there is constant competition, right? And then you recruit guys, right, that you hope will come in and try to beat those guys out. So, it's day by day, right? Day by day, both those guys have done some good things. Both of them have a lot of room for improvement, but it'll be a constant competition each day.
I apologize if you've already touched on this, but you got a pretty older backfield, and you bring Kevon in, who's got experience. Simeon got experience last year. Pittman's an older guy, even though he's a JUCO transfer, but Seth Davis has done some good things in camp. It's going to be hard to keep him off the field.
Yes, sir. Seth Davis, he had a good spring. He came back to fall camp, man, and he's done a really, really nice job. He is youthful, right, and not as experienced as those guys. But I'll tell you what, man, Seth Davis is hungry and he runs hard. When you put the ball in his hands, he's got a chance to break a couple tackles and go, score a couple touchdowns, as you guys have seen in these couple of scrimmages. Seth is a great young man. Really, again, this is a lot of offense for a young man coming in, but he's done a great job of handling it all. And I think the good thing about guys like that, young players, is, you have to find ways to get them on the field, right? And, don't overthink it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.